Look, man. Look, man. Look. Oh, oh, oh. What's up? Hey, man, look here, man. Look here. Hey, man. Hey, this your boy Nate Logic. The real underground radio station. Big Nate, baby. Nate Logic. Hey, man. I know y'all expecting the petty game. I know y'all turning up for that. I know y'all tuned in for that. But look here, man. Look here. Not only we gonna talk that talk, not only we gonna be petty, not only we gonna be whatever you want to call it, we gonna have some real talk for you tonight. For right now. We gonna have some real talk for you right now. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'm so grateful that everybody tuned in. It's your boy Big Nate, baby, the real underground radio station. This Nate Logic. I'm just so grateful that my people tuning in, that y'all sharing and y'all liking this. Right now, though, right now, I got my boy Bolly Osiris, big brother love you.
What's poppin'?
I got my sister Carissa.
What's cracking, y'all?
Carissa. And I got my other sister with me, man. Hey, I want you to pause for the occasion. I want you to turn your TVs up. I want you to turn all this up. I want you to like, share. I want you to tune in right now. Make sure that y'all liking and sharing it on your social medias because we got something that we need to talk about. We got something that needs to be expressed. Hey, we standing up on some ladders right now, right on the street corner like our brother Martin Luther, like our brother Malcolm X. I'm sorry, don't two-piece me for that. We standing on some street corners right now on the ladder screaming to our people. We got something you need to hear. And we trying to enlighten you on some stuff that need to be enlightened about. We trying to bring forth some information that we need to share. And I'm grateful that these people who gave us the opportunity to speak with them tonight and to share this information. I want y'all to make sure that you're doing your part in liking and sharing and making sure that other folk tune in to what needs to be said. Osiris, man, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, man. I'm doing all right, man. I appreciate the invite to be on the broadcast tonight.
Hey, man, I'm glad you, you know, unlike somebody I know.
Don't do it, man.
Hey, I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's the PWI in them. Maybe it's the Sigma in them. I don't know. But when I see them, woo! Ah!
Already.
Carissa, when I see them, it's on. Hey, man. He want that smoke. It's all good, though. It's all good. When I see him, though, hey, him and shout out to my other boy, Ron Davis, too, man. Make sure y'all like and share this. Hey, tag Ron, tag Bolly Speaks, tag your neighbor, tag your grandma, tag your auntie. Make sure you tag somebody because what we talking about tonight needs to be heard and shared all over the world, baby. Hey, Ashley, who is your sister?
My sister is Dawn Jeffrey. She is the lead organizer, one of the lead organizers, founders of Little Rock Freedom Fund, also of Neighborhood Activist. She's a community care organizer in our community. You've seen her out doing backpack drives, community cleanups,
Dawn get down, don't she?
direct action protests. She's doing everything in our community. She's riding by when people getting pulled over, making sure they good. So that's my sister. That's my big sister. So we're here tonight to talk about her and the situation that's going on.
When you say direct protest, can you tell us a little bit more about direct protest?
So Dawn, she's big on doing what's called direct actions. So like instead of just saying, okay, we're going to go out and make a scene, it's planned out, it's thought about, it allows the people to be seen and their voices to be heard within their rights. So a lot of times, like she did the shutdown or directed the Walmart shutdown last summer. That was a direct action. Nothing got broken. Everything was peaceful. We were out there doing the things that we were allowed to do, but it stopped Walmart's money for a day at 4 Walmarts across Arkansas, and it allowed people's voices to be heard of what they wanted to say. So it's a very she does very peaceful acts. When people see her, they think she's loud, aggressive. It's just a voice, but all of her actions, they're direct actions. They're peaceful. They stay within their rights. The people are able to stay within their rights. That's what direction actions are.
And the purpose of it is a demonstration that agitates the moral conscience by showing the injustices that already exist.
Yeah.
So it's just shining a light on what the reality is in a way that's peaceful, that's within people's rights, and that has the ability again to agitate the conscience of the middle, right? So direct actions are aimed at being able to move the moderate from one side to another.
So with these direct protests, the goal is to agitate the system. Am I correct?
No, the moral consciousness of the people who are participators in the system.
Okay, so the goal is to agitate the moral conscience, I'm sorry. And on a scale from 1 to 10, considering the fact that this sister, Dawn, was able to shut down 4 Walmarts, of course with the help of people, but to lead the charge of shutting down Walmart, this major corporation, these billion-dollar, trillion-dollar corporations in the state of Arkansas, says a lot about her reach. Am I correct?
Absolutely. She got a huge base.
Yes.
Not only does she have a huge base, it says a lot about her courage. It says a lot about her character as a person, as a human being. Her love to have the courage to take on such a major ordeal like that. You talking about somebody who's real passionate.
That's love for the people, though.
Oh my!
And when
God.
you hear her talk, everything is about the love for the people.
What inspired her to do this stuff?
When we were younger, my mom, straight out the gate, we're on the weekends, we're not kicking it. Everything, we're feeding the homeless, we're caring for the people. My mom is a registered nurse. I went down the track of being a registered nurse because I want to get paid for the work that I do. A lot of times,
Period.
Brittany's doing the same thing. She's just caring for the community. She found a focus to care for. She put her passion towards the people. A lot of activists, a lot of organizers, they not getting paid like nurses getting paid, but the community needs that same care.
That
But I
same
would
care.
say it stems from my mother's, how she raised us, how my mother raised us, to be out in the community, feeding the homeless, going on mission trips.
Wow! Shout out to Mama, man. Mama,
Shout out to
mean?
Mom,
what's Mom's name?
Christine.
Mama
And
Christine.
she should be listening tonight. so-
Hey, Mama.
Moms, man.
Hey man, Hey, shout out to moms, man. That's huge of her to inspire for her to do that, and that's major. And so, major shout out. So, where is Dawn currently?
Currently, she is being detained in Greene County Detention Center. That's about 2.5 hours away from here, from Little Rock, from her home. It's towards the Missouri state line. It's in the Ozarks of Arkansas. She was detained and sent there on June 25th after Judge Velope, I mess his name up all the time, but he revoked her bond. So they sent her away. She is now in Greene County Detention Center.
How long has she been there?
This is, I believe, day 11, because that was on June 25th. So I believe this is the 11th day that she's been detained in the federal holding portion of the detention center there.
So she's been held since June 25th. She was on probation, am I correct?
So pretty much right now, she was charged, which, I mean, we feel the charges are bogus, but the charges are, I believe, for destroying police property. This was back when all the protesting and riots were going on last summer. So she's facing charges under suspicion for that. So she hasn't been charged with a crime. These are allegations. So they're in the pre-trial portion of that. They haven't got a trial yet. The trial, they keep pushing it back, pushing it back. Okay, so she's getting drug tested 3 times a week like she's committed a crime. Um, Tested dirty a few times. She suffers from PTSD from police interactions. If you've seen pictures of the end of
Videos.
direct actions, they are always dragging her off. It looks crazy. The pictures are traumatic, so of course, yeah, she has traumatic stress disorder from that.
Right.
We gotta. Some people like to smoke. She has a medicine card for it. So Judge Velope, he doesn't want anybody smoking weed, even though it's legal in Arkansas to use marijuana for medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
Okay, he revoked that right. Like Arkansas says it's legal. Judge Velope says no, you can't smoke it here. So hasn't committed a crime. Now she can't take or use marijuana, or it's illegal for her to use marijuana. She's looking for a counselor. She got a counselor, found a counselor, started going, and he said it wasn't quick enough, so he sent her to jail. And that's a quick spiel of what's going on. My sister, I asked her to kind of explain what's going on. She said it much better, but it's a lot of violations of her rights that are going on right now that we want to put a highlight on to say, okay, we've seen her rights being violated back in February. We've seen them violated here, there. Now you're, being sent off to jail for who knows how long, they're going to keep pushing the trial
Because
back.
they don't know. And I want to make sure we iterate. So right now, she's been held in Greene County.
In Greene County.
They don't know when they're going to have a trial date.
It's set for September, but they keep pushing it back. So right now they're saying September.
And are these for federal and felony charges, correct?
Yes, federal.
So Dawn has a family. She has, how many babies did she have?
Well, she has one biological daughter, another daughter, that is her partner's child, but she takes care of them. They're in the home together. And then also my son is her child too. We all parents
That's a
together.
family.
Yeah, we're
That's a family, right? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I hate to hear this. Dawn, and I've told you this. Me and Dawn have maybe not agreed, but at the same time, we're still a community, right? We still have an obligation and a responsibility to each other and to protect each other. Because if we don't protect each other, no one will. As of right now, they're holding this sister in jail with no bond over frivolous charges, right? I'm willing, from my basic understanding, which isn't that much, I'm willing to say they're going to try, if any damages was done to the police cars, they're trying to put that on her because she organized the direct protest. Am I correct?
In so many words, we have felt, as her family, we felt that she's been a target since everything has started rolling. So that's what I'm saying. We feel that they're going after her. It's been people in the same case, you know what I'm saying, that's tested positive for marijuana. Nobody else is in a detention center right now.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. No one else is being detained because of this? That's what you just said, right?
No one else is in a detention center. No.
And normally, and a lot of times in these cases, when somebody is out awaiting trial and they're not in the jail or whatever, if somebody like tests positive for any type of drug, the normal response a lot of time, if the judge is really concerned, is they try to sign them, get them sent to a rehab to try to deal with the issue so they can stop with the drug use there. But like, Dawn's sister Ashley explained, Dawn has a medicine card for this. But the fact that it's a federal case is affecting, because that's why we talk about decriminalizing and making marijuana legal on a federal level, because this is what the federal judge can do now. Because now we're not talking about states. We're talking about a federal judge now. And so now they can do other things that the state wouldn't be able to do. A circuit judge, I'm saying, basically.
Okay. And so before we go any further, baby, this Nate Logic, this the real underground radio station. Hey, man, I want y'all to stay tuned in. We got my boy Bobby Lowe. We got my boy Iceman Buddy coming up. We got some changes, but listen here, man. This is an important message. I need everyone to like and share this. I need everyone to go to Neighborhood Activist page, like and share that. Get
it's in the
into
comments.
We're going to make sure we keep putting that in the comments a couple of more times. If you could, put a link in there so they can just hit that link. Just go to Neighborhood Activist, hit share, like it, tune in. Our goal is to get the word out for Sister Dawn Jeffrey, a.k.a. who I call Warrior Princess. You just want to throw. I used to tell Dawn, and I want to add some background to this. I used to tell Dawn, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I, in my arrogance, in my fault, would think that, not truly understanding the idea, concept behind the agitation of the conscious and behind waking people up to make them aware of what she was doing. So some of us would think that we're just seeing this girl out here screaming and acting the fool and all this. No. A brief moment of agitation to make others aware of the issues in our community. Yeah. And now we're looking at, rest in peace to this young man in Lone Oak County, right? Hunter. Now we want to look at that situation and say, hold on, maybe we do have a problem. You know, Don was trying to tell you, we were trying to tell you, we got a problem 10, 15 murders ago. Right. But now you want to, we want to focus on Don. Yeah. We ain't going to even, okay, yeah, we got a problem. All right, yeah.
Big problem, but you know what? Depending on how they handle that, hopefully it'll set a precedence that will allow us to come back and say, in the midst of all of these black murders, you handled this one different. Come handle these different.
And this is why we need CRT. This is why we need somebody to sit back and say, something is wrong. Something's wrong with this situation. When you have a sister who's experienced PTSD and now who's being discarded as if she doesn't matter, no date on when she's getting out, no information. I believe you said she can't have any communications.
No, she can have communication, no physical from us as a family. So no visitation. They can't even go outside in the sun. Like they have no.
That's inhumane.
If the problem is, treatment, he was mad about her smoking weed for treatment. Now she's in there with no treatment at all, and there's many people I know in jails across America suffering from mental health problems that have no treatment at all because you're mad that they are self-medicating. But she has, a marijuana card. I want to make that clear. She has a medical marijuana card.
So he needs to be mad at the system, not her.
Treatment. It's just not. It doesn't make sense to us.
And this is and I don't want to make it seem as if we're attacking the judge.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it seem as if we're going after him. But what I do want to make sure that we are aware of what Dawn is experiencing, why she's experiencing this, and how we can use our platform, how we can help this situation better for not only Dawn, but for her family as well.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Dawn is right now trapped in a system, a system of racial inequity, a system that penalizes and punishes people for poverty, punishes them for mental illness, punishes them for, not being able to get the proper treatment, addiction, all of those things. And so this is the type of thing that Dawn Jeffrey has been doing, bringing awareness to this system for years and years. And that's one of the reasons why we started the Little Rock Freedom Fund, was to support people in the community, the activists, the advocates, to basically provide a base and a platform to help build strong leaders in our community so we're not all dependent on Dawn or me or Ashley or Carissa. When you building up a strong community, you don't need to depend on one strong leader. And so this is like the foundation that she's been about, even doing the Know Your Rights workshops, teaching people about their rights and about police interaction. This has also made her a target, too, at the same time. And so when we talking about these several different interactions with the police pulling her over or arresting her at these protests and these direct actions, she has not only been a target of law enforcement in the judicial system, but also these white supremacist groups who want to send threats and they don't face half the scrutiny or half the disrespect that she faced on social media and in person. You know, we had to provide security for her on occasions because these white supremacist hate groups have put a target on the back and it seems like sometimes they working in collaboration with law enforcement agencies. And so, like, this ain't no one time thing. This definitely something that, that's been going on. But she's been, passionate about the work and continue to do the work regardless.
Still found the courage to do all of that. So,
But when you say what can you do, one of the things I think as a people we got to be vigilant about is penetrating the system, right? So all of us know somebody that's incarcerated. It pays for them to know we're watching. We paying attention to our people. We keeping in touch. We putting money on their books. We are paying attention to how you all are behaving and prepared to hold you accountable. So when I say penetrate the system, man, check on your people. Make
All
sure
eyes
you
on
are.
Dawn.
That's it. All eyes on Dawn.
All
Support
eyes
the
on
Little Rock
Dawn.
Freedom Fund because in the
sure.
midst of this detainment, the Little Rock Freedom Fund was in the middle of a campaign to bail 19 people out of jail. And had successfully bailed out 12 in the middle of this. And so I don't want that to be overlooked either, that's another means of penetrating the system.
so you mean to tell me she led the charge to get 12 people across the state of Arkansas out of jail?
Yeah.
So Little Rock Freedom Fund, she led them to raise over $13,000.
Hold on, wait a minute.
So that's
She did all that?
that's
Yeah.
Little Rock Freedom
Who
Fund.
did that?
So my sister did.
What's her
that.
name? I want to make sure they know who we talking about.
$13,000, and so far Little Rock Freedom Fund has gotten out 12 people, but Dawn's goal is 19. So the still give to Little Rock Freedom Fund, but for the bailout, the giving is closed. But they're still getting people out of jail. Now she's on the phone like, let's get these people out. She's talking to me. I'm like, are you okay? She like, yeah. Are they getting these people out of jail? Call this person. Call Osiris. Call Ron. Like she's
Working
still
on it.
working.
She behind the bars going through her own trial or issues and still fighting for somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a true, that's leadership right there.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying, Dawn is the founder of the Little Rock Freedom Fund and the lead organizer. And so when when me, Dawn, and Ron connected last year and were able to, get that off the ground, it was in the midst of civil disobedience and protests. And so we were trying to say, hey, if you go out there and protest and we know your rights don't get violated, Dawn said, hey, we're going to raise this money to get these people out of jail. So it was going on last year. So really, the total is like over $50,000 that she led the charge on raising to get people out of jail. And even in the midst of her going through her ordeal, we still committed to doing and completing the goal of the campaign because that's what we said we was going to do, But, yeah, Dawn definitely sparked all this up. And so that's another reason that makes her a target. When you disrupt the system, when you a bail disruptor, when you a frontline disruptor, when you talking about ending cash bail, they don't want they saying, hey, we didn't put you in jail in the pre-trial process. Just go to work. Stop making noise. Stop getting attention. Stop doing all the work you was doing. Just be thankful that you ain't locked up. And when you continue that work, it's almost like, why they doing that? They should be grateful that I didn't even block them up or whatever. So it's bringing awareness and raising people's consciousness up about what's going on. But at the same time, they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? This whole jail system is built around slavery and debt slavery and physical slavery.
Yeah. Right.
And so when you disrupt that pisses the people off, mainly the law enforcement agency and the judges and the prosecutors. These are the people that get angry about that because it's like they want to keep the jails filled and they want to keep the prisons filled.
It's too much money in it. Too much money in it.
Too much.
And no matter your background, debt slavery is a whole nother argument and thing to talk about. But I want to focus on the next thing is this. Dawn was able to give a message, am I correct?
Yeah, so I called her earlier because, I'm the type to speak for myself. My sister is also the type to speak for myself. So I just wanted to respect that fact about her. I told her I was coming on your show, so she knew I was coming.
What did
And I
she say
told
when
her-
you
I
told her it
told
was
her-
me?
At first, she said, "Well, whatever, girl. Just say what you gotta say." And then she said, "Well, wait." And
Shut up.
she has a message just for you. So
Hold on. She got a message just for.
not for you. For the people.
Don't cuss me out.
For the show. For your show.
Hey,
So.
man. Hey, before we go any further, this real underground, this big logic. Hey, we need y'all to make sure y'all like and share this. We need y'all to make sure y'all like and share Neighborhood Activists, the Little Rock Freedom Fund. Y'all need to get in line, get in tune, like and share it. Share it, tag your grandma, tag Bolly Speaks, Ryan Davis. Hey, man, make sure you tell Bolly Speaks I got all the smoke for him. I don't know what it is, but, oh, well. Oh, well, it's your boy, baby. Hey.
Listen to this message, man.
Hey, man. Hey, man. I don't want to go there because when I go there, I get mad. No. Hey, man.
Got a word from our sister after the programming.
Hey, so let's go ahead and play this from Sister Jeffrey, and so we can get the word out there so she can share in her own voice.
Yeah. Okay.
So is it best for her to play it from? Yeah.
Okay.
Well, baby, it was unfair, and that he was trying to make an example out of me, and that he doesn't value the opinion of black doctors, or he think I was faking PTSD, and they would rather me have to go, if it's not their way, then basically he's telling you it's the highway, which is not the most effective way for people that need treatment. And I know myself, I had trouble opening up and talking to somebody, but for the first time, I felt like I've been able to unload. And unfortunately, my treatment was interrupted after the first session because, he didn't believe me. He called, basically wanted to say bullshit. But it's people where I'm at that need help. They need substance abuse counseling, access to mental counseling, and they have access to none of these things. So I definitely believe in abolition and abolishing the system and getting people access to help and the resources they need. And while I'm in here, the work does not stop. I want to thank everybody who has continued the work, and I will continue to fight and do whatever I can in my capacity. This hasn't stopped anything, and just power to the people.
Power to the people.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All power to the people, baby. Hey, man, look. Hey, look. Much love to Don, man. Don, I am so grateful for the work that you're doing. I am so grateful for the family, for sacrificing you and letting us borrow you, for sharing their love for you with us. I'm so grateful for everything about you, Don. I don't care nothing about nothing else. We love you. We're grateful for you. We support you. And I'm going to tell this. I've told the ladies and Osiris, I'm just keeping it all the way 100. Our platform isn't, a million people over the world. But it's genuine what we got. And anything from the heart reaches the heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And the heart spreads love.
Yes.
So I pray and I hope nothing but good vibes for Dawn and her family.
Thank you.
Does she have a cash out that we can shout out her cash out or any way, or better yet, to protect it because I don't want no harm, no way coming? How can they reach out to you or anyone else to get in touch with to help and build this up?
So right now I'm managing her books and her bills. So you can send money to me. It's on Cash App. My Cash App is AZASH. And you can send funds directly there. And my sister is telling me exactly how she wants everything to be used. So I'm not using the money for myself, but we're using it for however she sees fit that week on commissary books, communication, tabs, rent, car notes, electricity. So it's just a real life situation. We don't want her to come back and she's lost her car, behind on her car notes because her rights were essentially violated. So
Can we
it's
get
AZ Ash on the
Can we
Cash
get?
App.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but can we get somebody to put that in the comments? Can we get somebody to put the link to neighborhood activists in the comments? Can we get somebody to make sure that they get help? Make sure that if you can't help them yourself, can you make sure that you like this conversation, that you share this conversation, that you go to neighborhood activists and like their page? Osiris, you got anything to say before we get out of here, brother?
No, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just say, man, let's just continue this work. And, the priority is, like, free Don Jeffrey.
Free Don.
And so, when you support the Little Rock Freedom Fund, right now, our priority right now is supporting Don. And so that's where all our efforts are going to as well. We will continue the campaign to bail people out. But like Ashley mentioned earlier, we're no longer collecting the funds for that right now. We just focused on getting Don Jeffrey out and spreading the word about this message. You know what I'm saying? This is part of why we talk about direct action. Everything is organized, so just in case something happens. So when this happened with her, we immediately flipped the script and just said, hey, we got to take care of her because that's the plan. When they try to attack us, we got to take care of us.
Hey, Carissa, anything?
No, I'm about to say I think they really covered it all. For me, it's for us to stay vigilant and being advocates of our people who are behind bars, whose voices can't be heard as readily as ours, and to be able to do what we can, again, to penetrate the system and to make sure they know we got us.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, before we get out of here, you got anything left? Because I first want to commend you for being an armor bearer for your sister, for holding her up right now. That's huge in itself, because we somewhere somehow lost that. Mm-hmm. For you to stand up and say, sis, hold on, I got this flag, we're gonna march forward, says a lot about you. So I want to tell you thank you for doing the things that you're doing on behalf of your sister. I want to tell you thank you for your family that's sacrificing time away. You're sacrificing time away from your kids, your family, your career, all these things to bear this torch for your sister. It says a lot about you as a woman, as a human, and kudos to you. I'm so grateful. Was there anything before we get out of here? I'm going to let you close us out. Anything you got to say?
I just want to say thank you as well, and I appreciate you for giving us the platform.
I appreciate
it from my heart, and I know my sister appreciates it as well. She really does appreciate the community support backing her, and just letting her know, that she's not forgotten. She is an important person to us. She's a queen to me. So free Dawn.
Free Dawn.
She will
till
be
we see
out.
her.
She will be free, and I already know all these charges are gonna be dropped. But just continue to send up prayers for her. If you want to send messages to neighborhood activists, post them up for her. I screenshot of the messages, and those make her day. So just thank y'all for the platform, and just please share, keep the awareness on her, and just like we all said, just know that we are a community and we do have each other's back. I think that's the biggest stand that we can make.
Straight like that, baby. This Nate Logic, the real underground radio station. Again, baby, we so grateful for y'all coming in, man. Hey.
Thank you again. Y'all hit the share button on this thing.
Free Dawn, baby.
Final piece.
Free Dawn till we see Dawn. It's dumb way. All the fun stuff way. Hey, man, y'all have a good one, man. Thank y'all. Hey, hold on, man. Iceman finna get us jumping up in here. Hey, it's finna be lit. It's finna turn up. Hey, man, my boy Iceman coming up. DJ Iceman Buddy, a.k.a. the hood's favorite DJ, baby. I got my boy Bobby Lowe in here tonight, baby.